And good evening, Turlings Catholic fans, and welcome out to Pizza Village on a Monday night. What a beautiful day it has been, and what a beautiful night it's turning into. Crowd still making their way in here. We love that, but it has been an early arriving crowd, and certainly excited to have all of them in here. I am Doug Gann with 446 Sports, and proud to be a part of the Coach Courville Show. Got a game under our belts in this one too, so Coach, we're not gonna bother with a lot of the stuff. We're going to bring you right in, and welcome aboard.
Thanks, Doug. Appreciate it, man. Glad to have our second show and keep this thing going.
Look, this is just, first of all, how about a big round of applause? That first victory for the team. Come on, guys. Y'all got to give it up. Look, you did it. Yes, sir. We talked a lot about what that feeling was going to be like out there on the field. And, well, I tell you what, it'd be too easy just to talk about it. There was a video that got put out. Let's watch that. You guys will be able to hear it. I don't know, have y'all seen the video that got put out there? Look, I've got some eligibility left, Coach. I could
Come on now.
I know. Look, you know, I'd be way down the depth chart. Let's just say that. I think that I've got here. Let's take a look at that, or a listen anyway.
You guys have made this possible for me. And for that, I got to say thank you. I'm going to remember this night for the rest of my life. All right, but that's enough about me. It's not about me. It's not about the adults. But I wanted to tell you, thank you, because you make my job fun. And I couldn't be happier to be your head football coach. But again, it's not about me. It's about you guys. You guys showed up here every day not knowing if this was going to be worth it for you. You showed up. You had blind faith. You believed in me. You believed in the head coaches. And the biggest thing is you believed in each other. I've seen us get so much better. You guys' growth is unbelievable. It's incredible what we've seen. We busted your ass on March 17th. We busted your ass on June 29th. We busted your ass on July 14th. For tonight, they are not ready for what's about to happen to them. I can guarantee it. They have no idea and they have no respect. You're going to make them respect you. Play the game the way you know how to do it. Play the game to our standards and the way we play it. We put you on your back and we like it. Your job, your title, your position, it does not matter. You got rebels across your chest. The best damn group of kids I've ever been around. And damn it, you deserve to win tonight and to win big. So don't do it. Let's go.
There you have it. So I guess the biggest thing in there was, it goes on for about 3 more minutes of the highlights, but I couldn't get past the emotion of that pregame speech that you gave, Coach. Tell us a little bit about that.
I just kind of spoke from the heart. That's kind of, I mean, it's really truly how I felt, and kind of figured it would get some of the kids going, you know. And but that's kind of who I am. It's kind of my personality. It's kind of my coaching style. So that's just kind of what it is.
Look, I'm beginning to see that. The Coach Courville that is here when we interview and when we talk to you, that's calm and reserved. Man, that's out the window between the lines. You got some fire in you.
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's just my style. You know, I prefer to be relaxed and kind of, you know, low profile.
Right.
You know, Saturday through Thursday, and when it comes to Friday night, it's time to go.
Look, they definitely did that, Nick. We're going to pull that down just a little bit because I'm getting a little bit of an echo in there. How's that for you, Coach?
It's better. Yeah.
Okay. Nothing like live TV on there. So take me through a little of that. We had Kaysen came back, had some other things going on. So you had some things that you hadn't really seen. But right off the bat, take me through that play that AJ had.
Yeah, it kind of reminded like a little Rob Gronkowski. You know, I couldn't believe it.
Not a little one. I mean, he breaks it. I'm sorry, and I apologize to the young man out there, and I won't call his name because, well, I don't know it, but it broke the kid's wheel. I mean, just shoved him right down off of him.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where, like, you know, we kick it off, we go 3 and out. I'm kind of talking in the look, and you just see the ball in his hands, and okay, we got something going, and then you see him throw the young man down and dive in the end zone. It was definitely a pretty sweet first touchdown under my belt as a head coach.
Look, it was a big one, and it made me feel like it did on the playground because I'm not really the biggest kid. Perhaps now, but when I was a younger man, I wasn't that, and that's how most of them would just shove me out of the way on there. We looked to visit with him or talk to him before there, and he just had that smile on his face that he always does. A couple of things to remind you of, too, and we'll get back into it. We will award our Beal and Hebert Player of the Game award. We have our Southern Air Acadiana Cool Play of the Game, and then we have our Lineman of the Week award that we do. So we'll get into that throughout the night. We'll recap this game a little bit more, which we're going to do, and then we'll look ahead to that big Friday night game. Look, we had our friends came in here a little early, and I said Thursday, and he's like, what? And I said, no, never mind. Sorry, it was last week that it was Thursday. And so anyway, it doesn't take me much to get confused, Coach. But all right, got that one under your belt. Defense in there. Opelousas comes back, and they get another touchdown out of the deal. So take me through kind of the first half. You guys did what you wanted to.
Yeah, we said it became 7-6. We went down and scored. We had a big stop. We kind of had a little bit of a miscue on special teams and kind of gave them new life. And they punched it in and became 14-12. And then after that, it was kind of all rebels. Offense looked beautiful. We ran the ball very well, very effectively. Through our defense, while they scored early, they played extremely hard and played tough, and really made them earn it. And it really was a good, like I said, a complete performance from the offense. And those guys really flashed throughout the whole night.
We looked back a lot and at the stats, and I think you guys rushed for close to 300 yards on the night.
Correct, yeah.
Look, that's got to make you feel good being able to impose your will on there because nothing shortens a game up, gets a victory in, takes care of business like being able to run the football. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, obviously our offensive line performed at a high level.
Right.
We talk about getting guys, putting them on their back, and that was a pretty consistent thing throughout the night from all 5 of those guys. And then we had 5 guys carry the football, and I was very pleased with that. It wasn't just one guy; it was multiple guys. And then as the time progressed through the game, we got some younger guys in there, and the standard didn't relent. We had our second team was putting guys on their back, and we had a 40-yard touchdown. So definitely proud of the offense as a whole. Offensive line really paved the way and played hard, and then our backs really hit it.
Did I count that you guys had 5 different guys run the football?
Yeah, for at least 40 yards of rushing yards as well.
What does that do to? I know Coach Richard's excited about that. There's no doubt about that. But what does that do? Being able to run the football like that.
I mean, that's what we want to be. That's the profile. That's the blueprint that we want to have for our program. That's how we want to carry ourselves on Friday nights. And when you have the line like we have, it's possible. And then you said multiple guys run the football. It's a blessing. It's not like we have one guy that has to run for 300. We can have one guy go for 100, one guy go for 75, whatever the case may be. And all those kids deserve the carries that they got. And, we'll kind of see how the season progresses, but tailback is a position where, you get nicked up a lot and you get bumps and bruises. Right. So to have a lot of guys back there really is a blessing for our program.
Look, and let it be known, too, that you're not a one-dimensional team. Munoz performed exactly the way we thought he was going to.
Yeah, he threw for 170 yards. He had 3 touchdowns. Like you mentioned, A.J. Price. Andrew Viator had a phenomenal game.
That's right.
He had 2 catches, but for 2 scores.
Right.
We just ran a simple bubble route. He took it for 60. So when you have the ability to be that explosive as well as run the football, it really, causes trouble for your opponent, and it's something that we're definitely priding ourselves on.
Look, without a doubt. And, of course, Coach Bart and that defense did, after a little bit of adjustment period that was on there, it was lights out. It shut it down after that.
Right, and Opelousas, that was a lot of credit to those guys. The quarterback really was a phenomenal talent and gave us some fits and did some things that, got us in. We got them in 3rd and long, and they converted. Some things that we can definitely clean up, but the effort was there. Just schematically it was there. We just got to clean some things up, like I said, but they really played hard, and we really got after it. I said early on they put some points on the board, but shut them out in the second half and really did some positive things.
That's not what you've seen from an Opelousas team in the past. They were generally running the football. Was that coming out throwing like they did? Was that something that you guys had anticipated, that you knew about? Or was that something that Coach Harry Coleman in his first year also, up from Peabody, brought into it?
It's tough week 1. All we had was the scrimmage and the Jamboree film, and it kind of seemed like, they were kind of trying to establish an identity. With Coach Jackery in the past, they would be, obviously more of a power running team. Right. And that wasn't really what they had shown much of thus far, and I think, too, the game kind of made it be that way. We kind of scored consistently and kept scoring. It puts your opponent in a tight spot, and they have to kind of air it out to try to catch up. So I think a lot of that was kind of predicated on how we played and how successful we had when we had the football.
Well, Coach, normally we take a break and talk about the second half. Second half, I think the clock was running, or it was one of those that you just were in that 4-minute offense trying to grind things out on there too. Big score. Congratulations on a big win. 1-0. And as anybody tell you, you're going into next week looking to go 1-0 on that too. So when we come back, we'll talk about our play of the game. We'll talk about our player of the game. We'll talk about our lineman of the week. Then we'll get into a look ahead at Sam Houston in a game that's going to be a battle on Friday night down in Lake Charles. Coach, we'll do all of that when we come back. You are watching the Coach Courville Show live from Pizza Village right here on 446 Sports.
For over 40 years, Tim's Southern Air of Acadiana has kept homes cool, safe, and running strong, day or night. From expert air conditioning services to dependable whole home generators, our certified team is always ready when you need us most. We're not just technicians, we're neighbors who care. Southern Air of Acadiana, let us bear it. Call 337-339-9661 or visit timsac.com.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media. 446.
And we are back. It is becoming we're back a little bit. There we are. Now we're back. It's becoming a Turling's tradition. It's Pizza Village on a Monday night, 6:30 to 7:30-ish, and delighted that you are here. Coach, we told you that we've partnered with a lot of people around the area, and this Lafayette community has been wonderful about welcoming some northern folks to come down here and be a part of it. But Acadiana's hometown lawyers, Beal and Hebert, are proud to sponsor our game ball of the week, and that's going to go to our player of the game. Now, I must, in full transparency, tell you that I don't have the football here. It's not as bad as I guess it's worse than the fumble last week when you got yours on there because.
But if you had a ball, though, you know.
I do, yes, I get that. That's it. But so we got a lot of criteria when we look at a player of the game. We try to get past stats. Stats are good. That a kid back home ran for 10 touchdowns and 420 yards. We didn't have a lot of discussion in that when he was a young man from Grant does that. 10 touchdowns.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's what I said. Turns out it is a state rushing record too. So anyway, enough of that. Bill and Hebert, proud to bring you our game ball sponsor and our player of the game coach. We had a lot of people to choose from in this one too, but at the end of the day, we'll have that fixed about week 8 or 9. I promise you guys that. Week 13. The show before we go to the Dome, it won't echo. No, it'll have to echo because that's tradition then, isn't it? Yes, look, I don't play.
I'm pretty superstitious, so just give me a heads up on that.
Look, they used to tell me I'm a little stitious, not superstitious, you're superstitious. All right. We are here with the Coach Courville Show. I am Doug Gann of 446 Sports, along with our producer, Nick Magnano. So thank you, Nick. Nick doesn't like being called out there. Coach, take me through why we thought this young man was our player of the game.
You mentioned it really was tough. When you really sit back and look at it, you said stats aren't everything, but we had multiple kids that put up good numbers, but I think the best thing about the whole win was that it was so many kids that contributed to it at a high level, but we went with Kason Evans, this week's player of the game, coming off of an ACL injury, wasn't quite sure if he'd be ready for week 1, and he looked like he didn't miss a beat, man.
Right.
He had 8 carries for 72 yards. 2 touchdowns, and he didn't play in the second half,
So he did all of that first half?
Yeah, all in the first half. Like I said, he carried the ball well. He went out there first, and it was something, again, like I said, we weren't quite sure where Kason would be in terms of his recovery, but like I said, it looked like he had never had an injury.
Well, let's go ahead and welcome up our Week 1 Bill and Hebert Player of the Week, Kason Evans. I'm glad that he moves quicker than that with the football. That's good. Maybe he's tired from it.
It was only 8 carries, though. He'll be all right.
All right. Well, there you go. Kason, welcome aboard and congratulations.
Thank you.
Hang on, there you go. That'll work. So, how did it feel getting back out there? I know you'd been held out mostly of the scrimmage and the jamboree, but how was it to get back out there?
Oh, it felt good. I think my therapist did a really good job of making sure I'm back 100% at the best of my ability, and it just felt amazing. Felt like I didn't miss a beat.
Well, and that's what Coach talked to us about too. And you got your yardage just in the first half. I think he held you out of the second half there too. You didn't play any of there. So that offensive outlook, you guys run for 300 yards. Talk to me about that offensive line that you run behind.
Oh, they're amazing. Those creases were some of the biggest creases I've seen that night. I mean, they do. Coach Robbie does a really good job of coaching them, making sure they perfect everything. And I just think we got a lot of potential as far as the O-line and the run game and all that.
Mentally, mindset-wise, how did it feel getting back out there and just hearing your number called in the huddle and say, all right, here we go?
It felt really good. Yeah, like I said, just, seeing everybody in that crowd cheering, it just really gets you going.
Tell me about that, Craig, because we see it in here. We've seen it every show that we've done. This Turling's Catholic fan base is incredible. You guys ran out on a Friday night. You heard, y'all were there firsthand with the pregame speech. How fired up were you for that?
Oh, yeah, he did, yeah. We were ready to go, man. Like he said, we really didn't know coming in, when he was coming in, we really didn't know what he was capable of, what he could do, but as the summer went on, we got better and pushed each other and got each other better, and he nailed everything in that speech. It got us fired up.
Look, it told you it made me want to go out there and put that Rebels uniform on. And anybody knows the backstory, that's tough, huh, Coach?
Yeah, for sure.
Not this Rebels, just the name. Just
I hear you.
Cover
the mascot.
Right, that's right. So your senior year, now you want to come out and you want to leave a mark. You guys have some unfinished business to take care of. But what do you want to leave here at TC in your senior year?
I just want people to remember my work ethic. I want people to remember how hard of a worker I was and how hard I pushed myself and the team and how I made my teammates better.
Right. You guys had five different running backs touch the football and get at least 40 yards in there on the night. How does that bode for you guys down the road to know that you're going to be fresh all the way throughout the season and keep those legs under you?
Yeah. It really, having a running back room like that, it's amazing. I mean, knowing that you can come out the game and have a running back behind you just as good as you, it's a good feeling, and it really helps us a lot.
You guys have an extra day, I guess, to prepare because you played on Thursday night. Did it change anything over the weekend, or what did you guys do on Friday, Saturday at that point?
Yeah, we had PE on Friday, so we kind of got some of the things as far as our active recovery that we would do on Saturday, and we still came in on Saturday and treated it like a normal Saturday. Right. Minus the working out as much. It was more so some film review, a little preview on the Sam Houston, and like I said, kind of turn the page into the next week. The extra day Friday was a little rough for all of us going to school. You're tired and you kind of droggy a little bit, but. getting back on Saturday, getting the staff back, to work was a great Saturday for sure.
Look, there's nothing that gets you ready for week 2 like getting ready for week 2. So what do you have to change, or what do you have to work on? You say, you know what, I felt this, I need to do this to get ready for week 2.
Well, really the main thing that Coach has been pushing on us about is not getting complacent. And, we won that game, but, it's in the past now. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can fix or change. You just got to go to the next week and leave that one behind and go into week 2 with a clear mind.
There you go.
I'm glad they listened, so that's good. I'm glad the team, because he's pretty spot on,
Look, and that's what, you saw that in the video too, just the attention was there. A lot of times you'll see guys looking away. They were locked in. Was that the first time he had got that emotional or passionate to you guys when talking to you?
No. Every time he speaks to us, he gets pretty emotional.
Right. Well, that's good. And that just, what does that do? You guys, your group of seniors, Jeff, and you have a good number of them too, saying, look, this is a guy that's coming back to his alma mater. He's fighting for Rebel football. What does that do to you guys?
Well, it shows us he cares. Right. And he not only tries to make us better on the field, but he tries to make us better off the field. And he does a really good job. And it means a lot to us because it really shows us that he cares a lot about us.
There you go. Favorite memory in your time there at Turlings?
Favorite memory? Got to be last year. It was that Westgate game last year. It was a really hyped up game going into it. And we beat them at their home field, and that bus ride back was amazing. Gotta be.
Look, I hear so much about that in a lot of the sports that we cover, the camaraderie and the trips. A lot of times, guys don't remember the games as much as they remember the time that you spend with your brotherhood and with your family. Those bus rides are special.
Oh, yeah.
Look, that smile, do you drive the bus, Coach?
And according to my contract, I will have to get my CD within the next few months, so I will be driving a bus, just not currently.
Sounds like a PSA plug, is what that sounded like. Casey Evans, we appreciate you, my friend. Glad to have you back out on the field. You are a Week 1 Beal and Hebert player of the game. And don't worry, next week I'll have the football here for you, too. You'll have that. Congratulations, my friend. There you go, Casey Evans joining us here on there. And, Coach, next we will move into our lineman of the week. Again, when you have, when you have that big of an output from your offensive line. Now, in this award, now we look at offensive linemen, we look at that H-back position, tight end position, because they're all contributing. We look defensive line, we look at defensive ends. We have a number of these. But those guys aren't often getting talked about unless they're backing up yardage, unless something has happened and they've got a holding penalty, a false start, and that's when they get called out. And we said, look, we're not going to do that. We're going to make it a point to make sure that these linemen are taken care of. They've got one job to do. And that's why it is the Express Pros You Had One Job Award. And so we want to talk about your offensive line, your defensive line, not to give away who the winner of it is just yet, Coach. But, that's not ever a good thing. So anyway, Coach, tell me a little bit about what you've seen out of your offensive and defensive lines in Week 1.
I mentioned offensive line, with 5 seniors starting up front, that's first off a blessing, to have an experienced group, a veteran group there that all played significant minutes and snaps throughout their career. But today they're kind of road graders. Like I said, we pride ourselves in putting guys going backwards and putting them on their back, and our offensive line certainly did that very well Thursday night.
Look, you said road graders. I don't think that definition gets the recognition, isn't there? That's a machine that's doing that, flattens everything in its path.
Yeah, and that's kind of what it looked like. I mean, we really are proud of the guys for their effort, and again, kind of live into the standard that we want to set and being part of our program. Those 5 kids executed at a high level, and again, we're very proud of them.
Look, it was not easy coming up with the winner of our Express Pros You Had One Job Award, but it does go to senior lineman Drake Perry. And it's not just because he's closest to this either. Congratulations, Drake. I'm sorry. Congratulations. There, I got to stand up so I can look at, so I can see him eye to eye. He's a big one. Drake, the job your offensive line did this week, just phenomenal. Defensive line was amazing. Take me through that trench work.
Well, I mean, we just got to stay a team. We got to stay together, all 5 of us. If we all do our job, then good things are going to happen. We're going to get 300 yards every game. If we just stick to our own jobs and our own duties, we'll be good.
Look, Coach, when you hear that sort of matter-of-fact, business-like approach, tell me about that.
That's how Drake. That's what Drake believes, and that's what all 5 of them believe. You know,
Right.
With Drake leading the way, you got Colson Olivier. That certainly feels that same way too, and those guys take pride in it. And Thomas Kramer's been doing it. And he started all last year. He's got great right tackle for us. You got
Yeah.
Jack Mathis on the left side. That's really stepped in and done a phenomenal job. And you got Josh Burrows in the middle, Cotton leading it all. So if those kids believe in each other, they believe in what we're doing. They love the style of football that we want to play, and it's shown a lot of good products so far.
Was there ever a moment during that game when the offensive line was doing their thing that you thought about getting Colson in the backfield for a touch?
No, but if you were to interview Coach Mike Richard today at the Times, he kind of might have his feelings might have got hurt because I'm saying run the ball, but they're not stopping to keep running it, you know. But again, that's who we want to be. That's the type of program that we want to have, and whenever you're getting 7-8 yards a pop, I mean, why throw it?
You're exactly right. Look, that's it's what you guys love. I know. Look, you don't care if you throw a pass, huh?
No, I'd rather run it all game.
So we've asked this question, and I absolutely have no doubt where this is going. But would you rather block for 300-yard rushers or 300-yard passer?
Run the ball, block for 300 rushers.
There we go.
Look, I've had to. We just want to win. I want to run the ball 500 yards. And when you look across to the defense and hands are on the hips, what are you guys thinking?
Well, when I see them tired like that, I just know we won.
Right.
That we got them. When we're still live and on our feet and they're all winded like that, I know we got them.
Look, you come from a long line of players here at
Yes,
TC.
sir.
We saw that in the offseason, the interview that Lieber King did with you. Tell me a little bit about the family tradition here, especially for you at TC.
Well, both of my older brothers came here. Both of them committed to very good D1 colleges.
Right.
So I'm just the last one here, making sure that I fulfill that legacy like they did.
Look, there's no doubt about it, and take me through how that process is going for you.
It's going good. I got a scholarship right now from Northwestern State, and I'm just hoping to get some more and just get some more colleges under my belt.
Well, look, you keep doing what you're doing. We'll keep exposing it to folks all over the country on 446 Sports, and don't worry about that. You're leaving your own mark here, my friend. No doubt about it. You guys have a good bond a great bond on that line. Tell me about how important it is with the senior group that's there.
Well, I mean, this is the same group that was on my freshman team,
Right.
same JV team. So, I mean, we've been together all 4 years, so it's great having them all on our line.
There's no wondering what guards doing, what tackles doing, what centers do. You guys know everything about each other.
Yes, sir.
Do you hang out a lot off the field?
Yes, sir. One of my best friends is our right guard. So.
Right.
Yes, sir.
What do you guys do as a group? Because I've heard offensive line, defensive line, but offensive line mainly do some quirky things as a group. Breakfast on game days, or what is it? What's the group go to?
Well, sometimes our quarterback takes us to his house and cooks for us and gets us some.
He
good food.
cooks or
he caters.
okay, all right. Look, I know he throws the ball well and he runs the ball well and he cooks too. That's awesome. But no, he just gets it.
No.
Look, let me tell you, the quarterback understanding that is pretty good. And I mean, I think you guys, you're not going to let anybody buy him. Is that
No, sir.
as long as he can hand the ball off?
As long as we get them running yards, they're good.
You move out for your senior year. You guys, you have the speech that's in the locker room. I know that fired you up. Running out there, your first time. How was that?
I mean, I love it so much. Right before the game, you get those pregame jitters, no matter what team you're going against.
Right.
Just knowing that, you're feeling that when you're feeling those jitters, you know you're ready. I mean, you're prepared.
How long did it take for those to go away?
They never go away until the first hit. I mean,
Once that first hit comes, it's like
then you're good,
game
but-
on?
Yeah, yes, sir.
There you go. When you see your running backs run the way that they do, some big runs out of those guys, rushing for almost 300 yards, and you guys are looking down the field because some of them are 40, 45-yard runs on there. How does that make you feel?
Well, I mean, we just get the little crease, and I know they're going to hit it, and I know they're going to make the biggest out of them. So
We heard Kaysen say that he thought that was some of the biggest creases that he'd ever seen. You guys, I mean, doing your job.
yes, sir.
Look, Coach, that's a good problem to have. 5 offensive senior starters like that too.
Right.
What does that mean for you to know that, hey, this group, I don't have to coach them up. I don't have to teach them. They know what they're doing.
Well, I mean, everybody needs to get coached up, but they said they've done it, and they have the experience, and they understand and know the standard that we have in the program, what Coach Robbie up front expects from them as their offensive line coach. And like you said, they've been doing it. This is their 4th year in it. They've I don't want to use the term mastered it because you haven't mastered it quite yet, but I mean, they're very good at what they do, and there's a certain way that we want to go about our business, and they know what that is, and they strive for it every day.
Look, I love it. Away from the football field, favorite subject?
Probably history.
History, all right. Least favorite? And look around, make sure there's not any of your teachers in there too. 'Cause it's nothing ever personal, it's just the subject.
Probably math or science.
Math or science, you don't like that? Oh. All right, I'll take that. And best memory of your time here, all 4 years, away from the football field.
Away from the football
Away
field.
from the football field.
I mean, just all the dad dinners we always have, just those little things that we do as a team,
Right.
just before games, just for the camaraderie. I love those.
Look, I love it. That's one thing that you'll take with you forever, my friend. I know these 4 years have went by like
sir.
that. If I take anything, just savor every practice, every game, and enjoy it. And college and that life will take care of itself. Go out here and represent that Rebel Nation just like you have and your group have forever. Congratulations to our Express Pros Lineman of the Week, Drake Perry. Congratulations, my
Yes,
friend.
sir. Thank you.
Coach, it just, it's incredible the work that these guys are able to do out there. It's just a luxury to have when you come in there. You got the running backs. You've got such a senior-laden team. Starts up front. I mean, this is the focus has got to be there.
Yeah, offensively, primarily we have 11 starters that are all seniors. Matthew Cantrell is a junior tight end who I say he started, but him and AJ kind of really split time and are both on the field at the same time. But besides that, I mean, it's really senior-led. It's a luxury that not many schools can say that they have. And all these kids, for the most part, the majority of these kids have gotten varsity experience. They've played in the quarterfinals. They've been in the semifinals. So they've seen it all. They've experienced it all. Now it's their turn to be the leaders, and we've been very, very pleased with how they've led so far, and all this has been a credit to them.
Coach, we've got to take a quick break. When we come back, we will recap our Southern Air Acadiana cool play of the game. We'll do all of that. You are watching the Michael Courville Show live from Pizza Village on Mall Street right here on 446 Sports.
For over 40 years, Tim's Southern Air of Acadiana has kept homes cool, safe, and running strong, day or night. From expert air conditioning services to dependable whole home generators, our certified team is always ready when you need us most. We're not just technicians, we're neighbors who care. Southern Air of Acadiana, let us bear it. Call 337-339-9661 or visit timsac.com.
Where Central Louisiana comes to play. Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media. .446 Sports, where Central Louisiana comes to play.
And we're back to Pizza Village on a beautiful September Monday night. Yeah, Monday night is what it is. They get lost in this. Coach, looking ahead, you guys will travel to Lake Charles. First real time, the only time you guys get out of the Acadiana region in your games, home and away, are both right around here.
Right.
So how is it getting ready for that trip?
Well, we're going to Moss Bluff, said Lake Charles.
Right.
Some place that I've coached there, at Karen Crow was a place that we go and visited as a district opponent. Very challenging environment, going to be a packed house. Bronco pride is real. It's in Houston, and it's certainly not going to be an easy night for the Rebels, but something that we're looking forward to. And really, week 2 is a big challenge that we need as a group, and I'm excited for it.
Well, we'll dig into that in just a moment as well, but we've got one final award that we want to talk about. And we couldn't do any of this, so we want to send a shout out to those folks who have got on board and supported what we do. Of course, the folks here at Pizza Village on Monday nights, and at Pizza Village and TC football is a tradition for longstanding, and we want to get folks to know that Monday nights here during the football season is certainly where they want to be. 6:30 to 7:30 each week. Guillory Chiropractic, our scoreboard sponsor, of course, a great job that they did right there beside the scoreboard, and folks were able to check on that because it registered and changed a lot. The LeLeux Group here, you can find them at acadianaishome.com. If you're looking to buy or sell, check out our friends at the LeLeux Group. Easy for me to say, and it's right there in front of me on there. And of course, our cool play of the game sponsor, which is Southern Air Acadiana. Right. They're supporters of what we do up north, and they're supporters of what we do down here. And so couldn't do a thing without the people that are on board. And a shameless plug, there are a couple of opportunities that are available to be a part of what we do on here. But what our Southern Air cool play of the game is, we look at a play and say, you know what? That's something that a lot of folks are going to remember the game on. And it just so happens that this week's Southern Air cool play of the game came pretty early in the game. Right. Take us a little bit through that one.
Yeah, we call that play, it's called Y Popcorn. It's a play where our tight end kind of arcs and is available if Alex feels like it's open. And he hit AJ right away. AJ caught the ball, tucked it away, and like I said, kind of played some big boy football, threw the kid off of him, dove into the end zone, and we got 6 points on our first possession. But just the caliber of that play, the style in which he did it, really kind of set the tone for the rest of the night. We were here to play physical football. When you got your tight end catching the ball and doing that to the DBs, it kind of set the tone for the whole team. And after that, we kind of knew, hey, we got something going.
Look, Sheriff Buford T. Justice would have called that an attention getter. Right. Is what he would call it. For any of those that are old enough like me to remember Smoking the Bandit, then you can appreciate that one. So our Southern Air cool of the play of the game is Alex Munoz to AJ Price for that big touchdown. And Coach, that kind of set the tone for you.
Like I said, that really set a tone of how we wanted it to go, and the style and the manner in which we want to play it. And AJ has been phenomenal. Didn't quite think he'd be as physical as what he's shown us so far. I'm super pleased, super proud of him. A kid that could have easily said, I'm just going to play basketball. I'm not the quarterback. I'll do something else. And has really embraced this role, and is a difference maker.
Look, and that's the kind of selfless talent and execution that you need in order for a team unit to truly be together that you talk about.
100%. And like I said, he's led by example. He's a vocal leader. And I can't say enough about the kid. Really, you don't see that in today's world. It's very rare, and I couldn't be happier that he's our tight end.
Well, we will post all of these tonight. We don't like to do them before the show because we want to do that. So a big congratulations out to all of the folks from today. And we look forward to doing this again each week right here on Monday nights. And I'll have the football next week. I will. You got to believe, Coach.
We'll see, Doug.
We'll see about that. I know empty talk just doesn't do it. I feel you. Well, I'm never going to live the fumble talk down. But great work out there this week. Looked like special teams was in shape too. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, I'm not super pleased with our performance in special teams department. Logan Bouger did a phenomenal job as the kicker. There were some things our coverage units weren't up to par for what we're striving for. Now, we didn't have to punt, which is a great thing. Our offense controlled the football, but we missed a field goal, had a couple returns that got to the 40. It's just not our standard. The things that we got to clean up, and it was addressed today. And we'll kind of see how it goes this Friday.
How important are the touchbacks? I mean, that takes all of that out of the play.
Especially in high school, man. A lot of times, you see in the ball get started on the 30, 40, sometimes across the 50, and when the ball's on the 20, you're making people go 80 yards. It's not as easy as it looks, especially in high school. Having someone, consistently drive the football down the field without a negative play, without a penalty, a fumbled snap, it's critical.
Statistically, you don't see a lot. I mean, that's where the largest lack of success is on those 80-plus yard drives. I mean, just not it. So if you're starting there, and it's amazing how it's 10 to 15 yards, but if you're starting at the 35, well, all of a sudden you're near plus territory, and it just makes for an easier go.
Right, and then you say you can go for it on fourth down, you get those. It just really changes the game dramatically, you know. And not a lot of offensive coordinators are patient enough to have 10, 12, 15 play drives. People want to take shots. I tell the kids, it's kind of like Madden. When you guys play Madden, you're throwing hitches or you're throwing go routes. And it's kind of, a lot of times in high school, it is that kind of game. So if you can make somebody get 8 first downs and 80 yards, then make them earn it, more or less.
Look, Nick and I, that's where we differ a lot, too, is that he wants to grind it out and do that, and I'm like, play action and let's go get it.
That's why Nick and I get along so well, you and I,
There's no doubt about that. Me and Coach Richard are buddies now.
That's right.
Let's go. Throw it deep. Quit running the football. It's like, no, I love it. And that's the part of it, that execution of it, that just, it's a marathon, not a sprint. But you guys spread it out to a big win on there. How do you build on that? Take that with you and say, you know what? We're going to go face a tough Sam Houston team. What is preparation like that changes from week 1 to week 2?
I mean, typically you see the biggest growth in your team from week 1 to week 2. It's kind of like almost, I say it's the same, but kind of holds true almost every year. So we kind of see how much better we can get in this week. You say we had an extra day to prepare or kind of rest, however you want to look at it. Obviously, that was great. But it's just a different week, different challenges, different opponents, different schemes. It's just really time for us to get focused and tell the kids, last week was phenomenal, but that has no bearing on what's going to happen this week. So it's really, you keep bringing up last week, so we can't really turn the page yet, because of the show. But I'm just kidding. But but it's time to move on.
It didn't take you long to get past the song and dance to the point now where you can just give me grief.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, we've become pretty
broad,
good friends.
Broad shoulders. I can take it.
No, but I mean, like I said, it really has no bearing. We did play phenomenal and we had a great game, but that does not guarantee that we'll play well this Friday. And I said going to Sam Houston is a mighty challenge. I mean, I go on the bus for an hour and a half. We have a lot of distractions that are possible, and if we're locked in mentally, it should go well for us. But that's the test.
How do you approach the travel part of it? You're still looking to say, you know what, our special teams are going on the field at this time. Do you back it up from there? What's your approach to leaving to go for a game away?
When you play locally, I think it's better to leave, I say as late as possible to where you can get all your work, your warm-up in, get everything set up on the sideline as far as your technology, all those good things. When you play a little further down the road, you kind of want to get there a little earlier to kind of get the kids settled in, get off the bus, kind of, see the surroundings and kind of almost settle down before you get into the warm-up process.
Right. Well, Coach, let me ask you about last. No, I'm not asking you about last week anymore. That's gone. I'm gonna start. But you won't let me ask you about week 3 tonight, though, either.
Absolutely not.
So I've got to focus right here. One thing I'm focused on. You told me there was another young man you wanted to get on the show tonight, too. Another one of your seniors. Let's do that. Let's bring him up, Coach.
Yeah, can we get Alec Castile? Oh, he's got these wings, man. I don't know.
Look, it's a bad time for him to have just got his wings with I think he got Drake beside him. You might be on your own, brother, when the wings come back. You could have brought him here with you. We wouldn't eat many of them.
I'll tell you right now, I'm not getting in Drake's way with those wings. So
there's no doubt.
Have at it, buddy.
At all. So Alex Castile joins us here, and man, welcome aboard.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Look, anybody that I've talked to that's a senior on this, or anybody there, there's so much excitement about this season. Take me through that.
had 4 years leading up to this, and it's just great to have all my boys, or most of my boys, you know, on a starting and just fighting out there with them on the field. It's a great feeling.
Look, the defense was fired up this weekend. The offense put up a lot of points, but a lot of it was built off the defense, you know, causing havoc on there too. What is the mindset you guys go out there with?
Wreaking havoc.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. Just havoc plays, you know, incompletions, forced passes early, you know, all that stuff just leads to messing with the offense.
Right.
And I think that leads to a lot of momentum on the defense. So.
You guys have had a lot of time to build that momentum on defense. Coach Bart has been with you guys. Tell me a little bit about him.
He's a great coach. I mean, I really think we have one of the best coaching staffs, I believe, in the state at least, for sure. I mean, he just does all the work he needs to.
Look there and say hi to I see you. It seems like Drake messes with a lot of folks. Is that what I'm to understand?
Yeah, and I can't do nothing about it. So.
Look,
Can't do nothing about it.
I understand. You left him there with your wings. No, they're fine. Look, I've got
AJ over there, man.
AJ's getting into them. All right, we've done it. We tried the stats are great and all of that's great. I want to focus on some of your time here at TC. What's been a couple of the things that have said, you know what, here's why you should go be a Rebel?
It's really different than all the other schools around here. And I don't go to the other schools, but I can say confidently that we're so much closer. Even in the classrooms, I'm talking about like on the field. Coach Courville did a great job bringing us together. It's a different just environment. I feel like everyone's just a lot closer.
How special was it on Friday night when the crowd's roaring and you're going out there and it's time to run out?
Well, I wish it was Friday night, but it was Thursday night, you know.
It's still Friday. It's still Friday night. Tell him, Coach, that it's still Friday.
I mean, it was tough. I mean, it was Thursday night, Doug. I don't know
Thursday night live.
I mean, we had a volleyball game, so no, the whole student section wasn't there. I mean, yeah.
AJ, welcome. Help yourself to the wings.
Oh, wait.
Now wait a minute. It's not so. It's Friday. No, okay. All right. I'll back up. Thursday night.
Yeah.
How was it? How special was it going out there? Because if you ran out onto the field Friday, it's probably a little weird because nobody else was out there. So Thursday night, how was it?
Yeah. It was surreal, really. You know, just getting out there, making good plays with like my buddies and all that, and just the student section going crazy, the lights, you know, and just all the music and the songs. You know, it really just when you take a moment and really just reflect, it's like I'm gonna remember this for the rest of my life.
Man,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's so good. You guys get ready to go on a long road trip this week, hour and a half. I mean, you play most of your games just within a region. What's your business approach to getting ready for a trip like that?
Just staying focused. Staying focused is the only thing. No distractions. Yeah, I feel like that's the main thing. Just keeping up what we do.
Look, Coach, I'm telling you, the business approach to these guys, that level just stays right here with them, too. I know it's week 1 and it's early. It's week 2 and it's early. Yeah. And it's Friday night coming up, not Thursday.
Yeah,
just so everybody knows that.
In your defense, we had scrimmage Thursday, Jamboree Thursday, week 1 Thursday. So, we don't really give you a lot of grief here. I mean, a lot of slack here.
You're right. You don't give me slack. You give me plenty of grief. But it's great to be here. The food's good at Pizza Village, too. Yeah, absolutely. So that's really good. Looking forward to a big campaign for you guys. Having you back on the show, we'll gauge it at a time when you don't have the wings with you, too, because that group
I'm nervous right now,
I'm telling
actually.
you, that group is tough. What do you want to see away from football that you leave on Turley's Catholic before your senior year's done?
Physicality, for sure. Just going out there, and I want the other teams to be scared about how mean we play.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Mean. What does it to play mean? What is
Every
that?
aspect, just punching my mouth, you know?
That's
every play.
He means it legally, Doug.
No, I know exactly what he. Look, no, I love it. I mean, you play safety.
Yes, sir.
There's no doubt you do. Absolutely, you do. You've got to play with that fire and that energy, don't you?
Oh, yes, sir.
That's
yes,
what
sir.
I'm talking about, Coach. Well done, my friend. Alex, thank you. Appreciate you being on the show.
Yes, sir.
I'll let you get back to those wings, but I look forward to talking to you many more times before this season is
Yes,
out.
sir. Yes, sir.
There you have it. Tremendous job. This is a fun bunch. I mean, it's how do you
They keep you on your toes, man.
Look, I can just imagine trying to hold about 50 horses back with just one set of reins. How do you do that?
You know, they're funny, they're comedic, but they're serious.
No,
they're
this
about
group- this
business.
group?
No, yeah, no, they're.
Yeah, that group.
You know, no, but they understand time and place. They do, and I'm proud of that because I'm kind of similar in my personality. I like to have a good time and make jokes, but when it's time to be serious, these kids are serious.
That's why it's difficult on me because I'm shy. I just don't have the outgoing personality that you guys do. But one thing that I do have is a memory. And that's what our last segment is supposed to be. So we're going to take a break, and we'll get that last segment set up. It has flown by here already. We're on our final segment of the night. Oh, and all to you guys that are in here, too. You have been incredible tonight, as you always are. There's no nation like that Rebel Nation. We'll be back right after this. How'd you like that one, Coach?
It's pretty good.
There you go. We'll be back.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media. 446 Sports, where Central Louisiana comes to play.
For over 40 years, Tim's Southern Air of Acadiana has kept homes cool, safe, and running strong, day or night. From expert air conditioning services to dependable whole home generators, our certified team is always ready when you need us most. We're not just technicians, we're neighbors who care. Southern Air of Acadiana, let us bear it. Call 337-339-9661 or visit timsac.com.
Home isn't just a place, it's where life happens. At the LeLeux Group, we've helped families take that first big step and then the next. From starter homes to forever homes, we're here for the moments that matter most. Because the best real estate experience doesn't just find you a house, it helps you build a life.
Back for our final segment here at Pizza Village on Moss Street in Lafayette, Louisiana. Having a great time with our friends from Turley's Catholic. And we're going to be here each and every Monday night, even if it's a Thursday game, but most games are Fridays. So let's just be clear that I do know when games are. Anyway, Coach, what a great segment tonight. What a great show tonight. After I spilled tea on my laptop, we might end this show quicker than anything. But our final segment means that you bring that beautiful young child of yours out here, and that seems to set the tone. So,
Right. This is kind of her, like I said, her segment. We've brought her on the last 3 shows. for the final one, and she kind of has stolen the show. This is our baby girl, Amelia Kate. She was born March 17th, so almost 6 months, and already loves football.
Look, I see she doesn't have a choice but to love football. You can see the bow there with the football in it. I think that's all. She sees me talking about it. See, right?
Mama
You
loves
like that,
it.
huh?
Yeah, Mama's a huge football supporter as well. I'm very blessed to have a coach's wife like Caitlin, and now we have a little baby girl who's falling in line with the football. So,
look, it's that's such a inner circle that is known about Coach is the coaches' wives and the coaches' families. Let's talk a little bit about how special that is, because look, there ain't no off season at all. It's not like, oh, football's over in mid-December, so we've got off until August.
well, especially all our coaches coach a second sport, you know,
Right.
And they're all part of very successful sports. So, you know, those wives really, it's a year-round thing for them, and I certainly don't envy them and having to deal
What
with
else
us.
do you coach?
So I historically was a baseball coach and powerlifting, but now as being the head football coach, I might have a little grace my first year at least.
I don't know about that. We'll have to talk to the folks and get you back
I don't know
out
if anybody wants me out there.
Well.
These kids don't want to see me any more than they already do. So
I got you like, oh, it's that guy.
Yeah,
again.
exactly, yeah.
But, you know, you talk about it because on Friday nights, on Thursdays, on Wednesdays, on Tuesdays, your family is out here no matter when we're out here.
Right.
And that's what I've seen. The day you and I spoke back in the office over there, we talked about the first thing that I saw was the family environment that's here. The school, all of that is great, but these wives marry into it. You know,
Right.
I don't know if they understand, if they know what they're getting into, but it's a special woman that's a coach's wife.
yeah, you know, and with that being said, I mean, this is all I know. And growing up with my dad being a high school football coach, you know, he just retired 2 years ago. So for my entire life, this is the life that I lived, and I knew at an early age this is what I wanted to do professionally. And you know, when I met Caitlin, she was interested in it, and now I think she loves it. So very fortunate.
I've been doing this for the 20 years that my wife and I have been married, and she's not interested in it at all. So
I get
there
it.
you have it. You know, but the matriarch of all of it, your mom is just a fire plug. She is she's something. She is the true definition of that fiery coach's wife.
Yeah, I'm saying I think she wishes Dad was still coaching because it's become part of her life, and that's all we know. So I think that's been tough, but having me, you know, in the profession kind of keeps her involved. And obviously, like you said, she's definitely a firecracker, and you definitely be one that you can hear from the side cheering.
Is there ever an opening? Do you reach out and say, "Hey, Pop, time to come out of retirement"? And
Well, I mean, you know, he's around. And he does assist us in different ways. He's not. I wouldn't label him as an assistant coach. He's not here every single day putting in all the, you know. But I mean, with his main reasoning for retirement was his physical health.
Right.
You know, so I don't feel like he'd be responsible for me as his son to ask him to do that right away. You know, I certainly would love to have him out there, but you know, I'm more worried about my pop and him being there for her and you know, future grandbabies than worried about our high school team.
I've got an idea. He needs to come sit up in the booth and be an analyst, and
you don't want that.
he can talk about the coaching styles and the problems and and critique.
I don't know if he can do it without foul language. So
I've
yeah,
got a button that controls that. I've got a beep button on there too, so I have to use it on Nick sometimes back home.
That's a little bit more enticing, but no, he I don't know if he or my mom could do anything during the game. I think they're patient. I don't know if they can really speak clearly.
That absolutely sounds about right. We've had some parents on before, and it's been tough. I'm grateful that my kids are up and out and gone and doing their own thing, and I don't get vested in it that way. I just get to. But we take ownership of it like it is our family, and you guys here at TC are just that. So.
Yeah, I mean that's what our school's about. It was like that when I was a student here. It was like before I was a student. My sister graduated in 06. It was like that then. My mother's a 78 grad. It was like that then. It's just the fabric of our school, and that's what we want to be, and that's who we're going to be moving forward.
Look, I love it. From day one that we became involved in it, you guys have been wonderful. Again, to the folks that have made it out here to Pizza Village on a Monday night, I thank you from all of us here at 446 Sports. Coach, thank you for allowing us to take a glimpse into this program with you.
You know, and everyone that's listening, if you can't make it out to Moss Bluff, please tune in to 446. What you guys are doing for us is phenomenal. We went back and watched. It was really a great product, and we couldn't be more pleased to have you guys with us.
But if you are local and you are able to get out, and yes, thank you, Coach, what we tell you, don't watch us. Go to the game, support these kids that are out there playing, the players, the coaches, the cheer, the dance, the band, all of them, they deserve your time going out and doing that. And then come in here and let's all critique and talk about Coach on his show next Monday night right here as the TC Rebels look to go 2-0, Coach.
That's the goal. I want to know every day, and certainly going to be a tough challenge this Friday. Like I mentioned, going to play the Sam Houston Broncos. But if I know these kids, I think they'll be up for the challenge, and we kind of see the chips fall where they may.
I got to believe this group right over here would probably go out and play them tonight. They would line up and get ready. They look like they just want to spot a ball.
Especially while they're all anything that these kids can do together. I know that's our mantra, but it really is awesome seeing how they're the best of friends, and that they can go play football, go play pickleball, whatever the case may be. They're going to do it. They want to hang out. They want to be with one another. And as the head coach, that is certainly a great thing. It doesn't always happen at every program or every team. And this is a special group.
Team 68 is indeed a special one, and this group that's in here tonight is as well. Thanks to the folks at Pizza Village for putting up with us on another Monday night, guys. We will see you next Monday night. Hit the road to Moss Bluff and go watch Turlings Catholic try to go 2-0. We'll come back here and talk about it. For my man Nick McManano, Coach Mikey Courville, I am Doug Gann. God bless you all, and good night.